Welcome to my car. Not out the woods today. My good lady is seeing a spinal specialist, and seeing as it's the new normal, I can't go in with her, so I've got to sit in the car park for the next hour, which is fine. It gives me a chance to have a chat with you lot. And I was going to talk about something completely different today. Most of my videos over the last year have touched on the Great Reset and what I see happening, and it can become quite, if not depressing, then repetitive, to say the least. And there's a lot of other content creators out there talking about the same thing. So I was going to talk about something different. I was going to try and do something a little bit more upbeat, a little bit more positive. And then I get a notification and I go online and I listen to an Australian politician introducing the most draconian vaccine legislation to date. So, what has he said? Well, basically, if you don't get vaccinated, you cannot return to work. If you refuse to be vaccinated, you will receive a $5,000 fine. So a $5,000 fine, and you can't work. This was the obvious end game. And looking around the world, Australia has pushed harder and faster than most other countries. Canada close behind, France firing its own healthcare workers, America firing its own healthcare and official. It's all leading to the same thing, which is you'll either be vaccinated or you will be outcast from society completely. You will lose your job, you will be fined, you will not receive benefits. Most people are going to capitulate. Most people that don't want the vaccine are going to have to capitulate. If you're a husband and you've got a wife and children, and they're going to take away your job, refuse you benefits, and fine you £5,000, how are you going to provide for your family? And you may well be angry, but you'll give up. You'll do what they tell you to do. And I get it. I understand it. I've put myself through the lifestyle I've chose in an enviable position. I've started several other businesses recently, and they're coming along okay. For the ones that watched and seen that I'd started making handcrafted bushcraft knives, and I just put in a new belt sander into the workshop, so that's started, and as soon as I get some done I'll show you. But I've started several businesses that I can run from home. So if they force me to shut down my existing businesses because they're public facing, I could still keep them going, but I wouldn't be able to work myself. I'm still in an enviable position. They can't take away my job. They can't take away my ability to provide. I will find a way through it. I will find a way round it. And there's a lot of people like me. There's a lot of people in this country and abroad who will find a way round it. But we will be in the minority. And I listened to Morgoth and Gran Torino doing a stream the other day. And Gran Torino in that stream said that it's now we need to start networking, putting together things we're going to need for our own groups, teachers, doctors, farmers. We're going to need food. We're going to need people to teach our kids. We're going to need people to help us when we're unwell, because if they stop you going to the hospital if you're unvaccinated, what are you going to do? So we need to start getting our own structures in place, because society is going to divide, and as much as we might be statistically a very small minority, we're still going to be capable. But we need to start getting it together now. The time for talking and second guessing what might be coming down the pipeline is at an end. As I said, what's happened in Australia now was really the end game for where this all goes. No job, no help, no support, huge financial penalties unless you comply. And that level of penalisation will be carried on. And that'll be carried on once you're vaccinated. That will lead straight into the social credit system. So start networking. Start talking to people who are going to be of use to our society, because it's going to be small and we're going to need everyone we can get hold of. I'm going to try and do another video on Sunday, and I'm going to carry on from this one. We are coming towards the end of everything we've known, and the beginning of something new. How that turns out is really down to us. Hold the line, people. I'll speak to you soon.